3, 2, 1, and we are live. Hello, 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 and welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla. So saying hello and welcoming all the dreamers out there that want to turn their dreams into reality. So there was this, another vision, right? So, okay, how do I start this? Well, the way that it came through, right, is you can either describe it as a fog or as a smoke. It's really up to you, however you want to see it. The message is still the same. There is kind of like a lot of people are in this fog, like this mist, this smoke, without realizing that you are the light. So a lot of you are waiting for things to clear up, waiting for the fog to clear, waiting for the mist to clear off, the smoke to go away before you take your move or before you take your first step, before you take your action. And the thing is that you are the light. So what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? It's like by the time the fog, the mist, the smoke clears up, it's already too late. It's like you're going to be restarting something. And the funny thing was, right, when I was trying to go live just now, the computer was not taking the picture. And then all of a sudden it shut off and it restarted on its own. And I'm like, huh. And that was like the last of it that came in, you know, things started coming in yesterday. And the thing is that why are you waiting for things to clear up before you can make your move or before you can start something or before you go after, you know, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest? Because the simple fact of it all is that there's always going to be something. There's always going to be a fog if you really think about it. So if we look at the fog as challenges that you face on a day-to-day basis, then there's really not much for you guys to really keep on putting your life on hold or keep on putting whatever it is that you feel led to do. So it's like, if we look at it as a fog, right, when you're driving, you usually have like your high beams on, right? But the thing is, again, you're the light. So what are you waiting for? Like, seriously, what are you waiting for? There are so many people that really put their life on hold, really put the things that they want to do, the things that they want to manifest on hold because they're waiting for things to clear up. They're waiting to get a better job. They're waiting to lose. This is my favorite, honestly. This is like what I hear like the majority are females. I'm not going to lie. They'll be like, oh, no, I'll do that when I lose 20 pounds. So until you don't lose the 20 pounds, you're just going to sit in the house and do nothing. You're just going to sit at home and not live your life. You're just going to sit at home and just stare at yourself in the mirror and just point out all the things that you dislike about yourself. Like, these are the type of things that, you know, we have to, especially those of us that are in position where we're making videos and we're doing tarot readings and we are, you know, picking up all of these energies and all of these things are to help everyone else, to bring them the awareness, to bring them the guidance that they do not have to stay stuck in the spaces or the places that they are currently on. Now, I could have taken the computer acting up, the computer shutting off on me, like, you know what, screw this. I'm not going to do it. It's too much. It's too complicated. I don't feel like dealing with this crap, I'm not even going to bother. But it's like, no, because if I feel inside of me that I need to bring this message, I don't care what's going to stand in my way. I'm going to go ahead and bring you the message that I feel that I need to bring you. Now, the only reason why I say that is because, again, a lot of people there is this, and everybody can take advantage of this. This is not just for, like, you know, a selective few. A selective few are the ones that are going to take advantage. That's what happens. So that's why when we're normally talking about, you know, if, you know, those that have been chosen or those that have, it's because those are the ones that have been connected spiritually, you know, to God, to the divine, to spirit. And those are the ones that are really listening to their intuitions. Those are the ones that are not allowing the chaos from the outside world to influence what it is that they're doing, to influence how it is that they're going to go ahead and move forward. So this is a time right now that if you feel that you are caught up in a fog or you're caught up in a smoke, first of all, the smoke is coming from your own light. It's like you lit a match. You're the match, you're light up, and is your own smoke. Now, the thing is that you want to see things with your physical eyes. You want to see exactly where it is that you're going. But that is where your faith is coming in. Your intuition is coming in now to help guide you through your next, through the next few steps. And the thing is that it's like you're not going to have to take 10 or 15 steps. It's like 1, 2, 3, and you're there. And it's like you turn around and you see that the fog, the smoke was on an illusion. It was just there to distract you. So during this time, it is very important that, again, you're staying on task with whatever it is that you have been led to do. Now, yes, for many of you, it's not going to be tarot readers. For some of you, it's not going to be, actually being here and doing readings or intuitive readings, whatever you want to call it. For some of you, it is going to be more getting into, other parts of spiritualities, or it can just be going back to school. Maybe there's something that you always wanted to do. Maybe it's creating an actual hobby into turning it into a business or whatever it is. But the thing is that some of you are really just waiting. And the question is, what are you waiting for? Because if you have had the idea, right? If you have come up with a plan, now, the only thing that you need to do is to go ahead and take the first step. What are you waiting for? Now, if you tell me, okay, I have Perla, I have no idea what the heck I'm supposed to be doing, then that's a different story. Then your step in that direction is to go inward and see what it is that you're supposed to do. But if you have already gotten the clarity, what are you waiting for? Because the time for you to continue on sitting down and visually, like some of you are physically sitting there watching other people do exactly what it is that you have been asked to do, watching other people do exactly what it is that you have been led to do, and you're still waiting. You're still waiting. And the thing is that, yes, there is a time and there's a period to wait. But the difference is knowing when it is time to take the action. Now, if you've been sitting on something for a long time, and I'm talking about like some of you have been sitting on something for like 6 months to a year, maybe more, wanting and wanting and wanting and wanting and wanting to start something and constantly wanting to take action, but you're constantly waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and finding excuses not to take the actions that are necessary. I'm just saying, again, do not shoot the messenger. I'm just bringing the message forward, but some of you really do need a reality check. So what is it that you want? What is it that you feel that you are led to do in this world? What is it that you feel that you are meant to help humanity with or help the world? Some people go into things that are more like nature, like, trying to preserve the forest, trying to preserve the ocean, et cetera, et cetera. It really doesn't matter what it is that you're being led to do. The point now is that regardless of anything, that you start to take the action. You start to take the steps. Again, for some of you, that action is going to be starting a plan to see where it is that you're going to begin. And those of you that are still reviewing your plan, there's nothing new that is going to come. And it just, like, I laugh because I have been there like 100 times before, and I'm not going to lie. Again, I can't guide you. I can't give you advice unless I have been there and I have overcome those spaces, or unless I've been there and I've listened intuitively to what it is that I'm being pushed to do and actually taken the action. I have been, and I'm not going to lie, I have been one of those that would sit there and plan something and rewrite it 20 times until I feel that it's perfect enough to then take the action. But what happened in those spaces, in those energies, there were a plenty. I'm gonna laugh, guys. It's just so funny. I just laugh because it's like, that's really, if you can't laugh at yourself, then you have a problem. Anyways, there were many times where I was led to take action, and I kept on rewriting or redoing a plan. Not because it wasn't perfect, but it was more that fear of like, damn, what if I actually succeed in this? Like, what are people going to think? And I'm not going to lie, I have been there, and many of you are there, and many of you have been there as well. But the thing is that when you get to that place where you realize that it's not about what others are going to think or what others are going to say, it is about what you're being led to do and the blessings that come with that. No one can take away from you. The only person that can forfeit that is yourself. How do you forfeit those blessings? You sit on your ass and you watch other people live your life. You watch other people live what it is that you want to do. You watch other people go ahead and follow their dreams, follow whatever it is that they're being led to do, while you just sit there and continue on just to plan. Now, as you guys have heard me say before, there is, there has to be structure. There has to be structure to everything, but there also has to be that flexibility within the structure that if you're led to do something new, you know that you're not going to become unbalanced within yourself, first of all. And second of all, it's not going to become that much harder, because if something new is coming in for you to do, it is because you have the time. You have the time, even if you think you don't, you have the time, you have the ability, and you have whatever knowledge or wisdom is needed to do that at this time. So, excuse me, guys. So it is very important for a lot of you during this time to go ahead, and if you really can't see clearly with your physical eyes, right? You're being led to, this is what you're going to do, and you can't find a way out of it. Then go inward, and you will see that your internal guide, your intuition is going to guide you, and it's going to give you the steps, even if the steps are coming one at a time. And sometimes that can get frustrating. I'm not going to lie, because I like to have 10 steps ahead. But sometimes, if we always have the 10 steps ahead, if we always know exactly how it is that everything is going to manifest, let's put it this way, then where does that leave your faith? And where is your intuition really coming from? You know what I mean? So it's like you have to have faith. You have to know that whatever it is that you're being led to do is the correct thing. It is the right thing for you. And especially is the right thing for you during this time. Now, just because, let's say, I need to take a sip of water, guys. Just because you are being led to do tarot readings does not mean that you're going to be tarot readings for the rest of your life. It is just part of your journey, part of your process. If some of you are led to, start with, music or whatever it is, hello, you have to remember that everything comes kind of like as a building block. And when the time is right for you to end something or to finish whatever it is that you're doing at the time, you're going to know. You're going to know, and there's not going to be any kind of questioning or doubting yourself or anything like that. So what I really want people to take advantage of during this time is that, again, the confusion, the doubting, the self-doubting especially. Because it's like you don't doubt your gifts, but you doubt what you can accomplish with your gifts. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. So it's like okay, so like me, for example, right? If anybody has seen my other channel, my Narcolepsy with Cataplexy channel, you see me a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I couldn't get out of a bed. I physically couldn't sit up straight. I couldn't breathe correctly. Couldn't walk out my house without gloves. Couldn't wear flip-flops. Went almost 3.5, 4 years without wearing flip-flops. Had a lot of physical issues with my body. And no doctor, no medicine, were able to fix that or cure that, or however you want to put it. That was me going inward to see what it was that I needed to do to heal that, and how those physical parts of my body were connected spiritually to my emotions and to things that I needed to let go of, things that I needed to go deep inside and heal. Now we fast forward. On my narcolepsy page, people are asking me like, oh, where are your gloves? Oh, where's this? Where's that? I don't need them. But why don't I need them? Because I could have stayed stuck in that energy, believing that I was meant to stay stuck there when I wasn't. But the only way that I was able to heal myself was by listening to myself. Because I went to see many specialists, many. Every kind of specialist out there you think of, I've seen. And they will look at me like, there's nothing wrong with you. And I'm like, so why do you explain all of this? At the time, that's how I used to be. I used to get frustrated because I'm like, how can you tell me that my blood work or the scans or every single type of test you do is negative? And this is happening in my body. And they were just like, and then my sleep specialist once told me, she was like, we need to reset your body. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? She's like, no meds, no nothing, let's reset. And I'm like, okay. And yes, the first year of doing that reset was crucially painful. Crucially. It was, I mean, there were days where I literally cried the entire day, like in the shower, in the hot water, like when is this going to get better? And it wasn't about when it was going to get better. It was when I was going to take action to start fixing it, to start healing myself, because my body physically went downhill because I was ignoring it. I was doing the day-to-day basis. I was literally living in this kind of life where what I was told to put in my body, I would put in because it helped other people. And then my body started with that space of, I told you no, I told you no, I told you no. And it's like, how many times do I have to send you to the emergency room with, you know, an allergic reaction to all these medications before you listen and you stop putting this junk and this shit in your body? So it was kind of like, okay, I get it now. I hear you. I hear you. But, you know, and that's the thing is like, we are all going through different things. And throughout this journey, we're all going to experience different things. And the thing is, you know, I also do, you know, some of you guys are aware, I have the energy transmutations. Yes, there's no music or anything like that on them. But the thing is that you really don't need any outside influences. When it comes to music, right, I can meditate with music. And because it helps me block out the outside world, let's put it this way. But it's not a necessity. I don't need it. I can sit down. Kids can be screaming, the dogs can be barking, everything can be going on around me. And if I sit down and I say I'm going to meditate, or I lay down, I love laying down for meditation. And I say I'm going to meditate, give me a couple of seconds and I'm there. But it wasn't something that happened overnight. This is, and it still is, continuous work. So it is part of my spiritual routine. So again, when I say, if you continue to try to separate your spirituality with your day-to-day, it's not going to work. Your spirituality becomes a part of you. It is a part of you. It becomes a part of how you express yourself. It becomes a part of how you carry yourself. It becomes a part of how you relate to others. And it also becomes a part of who and what you attract towards you. So and then the thing is, a lot of people, you know, well, you're into spirituality, you must follow this religion or that religion. No, because I know plenty of people that go to church on Sundays, and Sundays are the only day that they're spiritual. And Monday to Saturdays, is like God doesn't exist. To be honest with you, unless there is a problem, unless there is an issue, unless there is chaos, unless there's a crisis. So when we start to look at life from that perspective or from that point of view, that who you are, how you express yourself, what you do on a day-to-day basis is part of your spirituality. That's what leads everything, every single day. I think that's about it that I wanted to say as far as the message. I did, you guys see them? I'm going to pull them closer to you guys. So I do the pick-a cards, and I post them usually. I usually don't do videos except for Saturdays on Instagram, Facebook, and I just started adding them to the Patreon for free, right? But this morning, I pull out 3 cards from the Moonology deck. And I usually post them by like 9 a.m. But something was like, no, you're going to go live today. And I'm like, okay, but I can still post them. But it was like, no, you can't see them until you go live. So I was like, okay, let's go ahead and see. So I have 3 cards. We have the Kiss Bell, the Smile Bell, and the Wine Bell. And, and I also did want to let everybody know, I did add, if I'm not mistaken, I'm adding. I think I added it already, but if I'm not, I'm going to go ahead and check after I get out of here. I think I added it a couple of weeks ago. I did add the energy transmutation back on the website. Now I am only doing the full body energy transmutation. I'm not doing the single ones anymore. I'm going to do just the full ones, just so you guys are aware of that. Those have been added back to the website. So let's go ahead and we're going to take a couple of deep breaths in. I want you guys to concentrate on the bell. I feel some of you need a little extra. So I'm just going to throw some stuff in the front, and then you can go ahead and choose what it is. All right, I'm going to throw this. No, because that's going to block it. Well, yeah, it's going to block it, but it's going to be huge. So this is just like a regular rock, but one of the girls actually painted it and it's like shiny and stuff, and it says, Mom, you rock. So I'm going to put this one with this one right here. And I want you guys to go ahead and take a couple of deep breaths in and out. And we're going to get started. So I'm going to take 3 deep breaths in and out with you guys. And then we will start with the kiss, then the smile, and then the wine. Okay? So deep breath in and out. Again, in and out. And in and out. All right. So we're going to go ahead and let's get started. I should definitely timestamp these. I'm excited to see what these cards have to say for today. And I am going to be, let me just go ahead and take this little piece of paper just so I can write the times. I can timestamp them later. I am going to be using the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck, but I'm not going to be reading from the book unless I feel that it's necessary. Smile and then wine. I'm just going to go ahead and pull them as the challenging energy, which will be like the past energy. We're going to pull it for the advice and then the outcome. So let's go ahead and see. For your Moonology, we have, okay. I'm keeping this one. I'm not showing this one to anyone. I'm going to be selfish today. All right. So we have your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. So this is for the kiss spell, new moon in Capricorn. So kiss spell, new moon in Capricorn. So let's go ahead and see what that says in the book. New moon in Capricorn, page 60, guys. For those of you that like the numbers, 60. All right. First and foremost, this card suggests a new start for you professionally. Whatever has been going on in your working life, this card heralds the start of a new and improved work cycle. If you're unhappy in your current job, it is time to either regenerate your position or look for something new. Whatever your question, whether work-related or otherwise, a new plan and strategy is called for. You need to take a look at the long term and think about where you want to be in 12 months or even 5 years' time. That will inform your best course of action now. So think seriously about it. Drawing this card suggests it is time for you to be ambitious about whatever it is that you want to achieve. All righty, so let's go ahead and see what do these cards have to say. So what is the challenging energy? So this would be the past energy, whatever it is that you need to work through or release. Okay, I guess this one wants to stay out. Princess, you can be your own knight. So with that, I feel that a lot of you really have to get into a space of knowing that you, like, again, it's like kind of like what we were saying when we first started. It's like you need to stop waiting. Some of you are either waiting for someone to come and save you or are waiting for something to come and save you. And don't worry, guys. You guys will see my face before we are done. This is just easier so that you guys can see all the cards at once. Let's see what the advice is. What is the advice? And guys, again, whatever noises you hear in the background, remember there are 4 kids and 2 dogs. All righty, wings. You never needed those wings to fly. So oh, and I forgot to say, this is number 1, guys. Number 1, you see it? So it's going back to yourself. Going back to yourself. This is number 8. And to me, this is more of, again, a lot of you are really believing either that you need someone or you need something in order to be successful, or that you need someone or something in order to start something. And there is a space here where you need to realize that you can do it on your own. You need to realize that you can go ahead and you can fly on your own. You do not need anyone's approval, or you don't need anyone to kind of teach you how to fly. I mean, if you want, I'll throw you off a cliff so that you can learn how to fly a little bit quicker. I mean, like let's just be honest. Like the only thing that you should need to help you is that push. And we have all been here. A lot of us have been here trying to give you guys that push and that clarity. And Clover is your outcome. Release the guilt. So there is guilt here that you guys are going to be releasing. And I feel that a lot of this guilt with the number 21 that you guys are going to be releasing is that guilt of of being successful, or that guilt of finally manifesting something that you really wanted, or that guilt of finally being happy and being joyful, even if those around you are having a hard time, even if those around you are in a space of like depression or anger or whatever it is. It's like you shouldn't feel guilty for being happy. You shouldn't feel guilty for your accomplishments. You shouldn't feel guilty for the things that you have manifested, that you have created in this world, because that is what you were meant to do during this time. So it's actually quite beautiful, because when you carry on guilt, that can definitely hold you back. That is probably one of the biggest blockages that a lot of people don't even realize it, because a lot of people are not even aware that they're carrying guilt. Not guilt so much about what you've done to someone, but a lot of people feel guilty for actually succeeding. A lot of people feel guilty for actually accomplishing something, because either they feel that they wanted others to be there with them, or because they feel that maybe there is another person that may deserve it more. But again, whatever it is that you are manifesting during this time, this is your time. This is for you. You have put in the work. You have put in the work. Alrighty, so that was the kiss spell. So we're gonna go ahead and move on over to the next one. We have the smile. Let's smile, guys. Smile, 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 smile. We have a new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. Libra. Okay. Now, when I looked at the picture at the first time, there is a new romantic cycle starting. A lot of you are not going to like this, but for many of you, this is a new romantic cycle within yourself. Really loving yourself, really shining and allowing yourself to be you, knowing that you are complete by yourself, that you don't need someone else to complete you. Some of you are going to be meeting, if you haven't already met somebody new, but for the most part, I personally, regardless of whatever the book says, I personally feel that this is more for that self-love. It's like when you discover that magic, that beauty, that essence of yourself, you're going to become so much more in love with yourself that it's like nothing is going to stop you. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and see what the book says. Give and take could well be the answer to whatever dilemma you're asking about. Compromise may be called for. It is time to start negotiating or even renegotiating. When the new moon in Libra comes up, there's a restart for you and for someone else. A new relationship could be beginning. And if that's the case, the chances are that this will be a healthy and well-balanced connection. In anything you do after pulling this card, doing it in pairs is advised, such as teaming up with someone in business or in your personal life. Libra is a sign of relating, and this card suggests that whoever is at the heart of the issue you are addressing is someone who will be open to talking things through. Excuse me, guys. Avoid being selfish. It won't get you anywhere at this time. Again, the reason why I pick up that this is more of a personal thing is because a lot of you have had a very difficult time with balancing the masculine and feminine energy within yourself. So this is like the perfect time, or the time that a lot of you are finally either going to achieve this for the first time, or are actually going to stay in a space of actually staying balanced, if that makes any sense. So let's go ahead and see what the challenging energy is. So basically what it is that needs to be released or has to be worked through. The tree, let them go. What is the advice? And what is the outcome, guys? The outcome. And the outcome. Okay. Okay. So with the challenge, we have number 18, the tree, let them go. So there's definitely here, there is a space here that needs to be let go of, whether this is physically a person or a situation or a thought process, basically, like whether you're being very negative, whether you are questioning what it is that you're supposed to be doing, whether you're questioning yourself a lot, whether you're questioning the universe, whether it is that, you know, someone, maybe more than one person, friends, families, exes, whatever, have walked away, and you're kind of still holding on to whether it is that they're coming back or not. And it's like there, you see the tree is on fire. There's the smoke. Don't let the smoke keep you trapped. Let it go. Let it go. It has been lit. It has been lit on fire. It is burning. It is done and over with. You are the light now. So you go ahead and you continue to move forward. But there is definitely a space here of needing to let go. A lot of you are having a hard time with letting go of something or someone. With the advice, we have the lighthouse. Don't doubt your worth. I am always enough, number 20th. So a lot of you are going to have to get into this mindset or into this pattern or routine where you're constantly telling yourself that you are enough. You have to remind yourself that you are enough. You have to remind yourself that you're worth it. You have to remind yourself that you love yourself. You have to remind yourself how wonderful, how beautiful, how amazing of a person you are, because you have to remember that everybody has a past. We have all done things that we're not proud of, and that is the truth for every single person out there. So do not allow those past challenges that you have already gone out of to hold you back or to bring doubt into you at this moment. Excuse me, guys. I have like a tickle in my throat. As your outcome is surrendering, do it for you. No, because surrender is sundress. Guys, you see what I'm talking about? Sundress. I could have just gotten mad right now and just clicked off. Like, you know what? I can't talk. Sundress. Do it for you. But I guess the word surrender is coming in for a reason. A lot of you really do have to surrender. You have to surrender to what it is that you are being led to do. A lot of you have had a lot of hesitation when it comes to surrendering. But I feel that when you realize that whatever it is that you're doing for yourself, you're going to be in this place where you are going to completely surrender. And whatever it is, whenever it is that you are led to do something, you're not going to hesitate because you're no longer doubting yourself. And instead, you're going to go ahead and move forward. Instead, you're going to go ahead and take the actions exactly when it is that you are asked to take those actions. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what our last one has in store for us, guys. So obviously there's not going to be anything new on Facebook and Instagram. I'm just going to post this and on Patreon. Again, on Patreon for free, I am going to be posting these, the daily pick a card. So now we have the wine. So wine. We have meditate and contemplate, new moon in Pisces. So I feel that this is more for those of you that are really not sure what it is that you're meant to do, what your purpose is, or what direction it is that you are needing to take during this time. So there is definitely a need here to take a pause and take some time to meditate and see exactly what it is that you have to do. Where is it? 64. Meditate and contemplate. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and see. Can you guys see it? Okay. This card speaks of dreams and romance, of soulmates and poetry. It suggests that there's a new start coming your way that's connected to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhere between having your head in the clouds and being in a totally altered state. There could be confusion and disappointment if that's what you've had before and that's what you're expecting. However, if you're onto a good thing, then wish hard, because the words of your soul and your heart can help bring about the manifestation of your dreams. If all that sounds a little wet and watery, then that's Pisces for you. This is the last sign of the zodiac, and the new moon in Pisces cards can suggest a last-ditch chance to make your dreams come true. And again, I feel that this card is coming out more for a lot of you that, you have lit that match. You know that you're the light. You know that you're meant to do something in a specific area. But because of the smoke, because of the fog, the mist, whatever you want to call it, you are kind of hesitant at what it is that you need to do. So if you're in that space right now, then you have to go ahead and meditate so that you can really see what it is or how it is that you're supposed to be moving forward. Because again, it's like, if you wait until the fog clears, if you wait until the mist is gone or the smoke is gone, it's already too late, and then you're going to have to be starting all over. So your challenge is number 19, lavender. Surround yourself with love. A lot of you either feel that the people that are around you or the people that you surround yourself with do not love you, or maybe you're still struggling with that self-love yourself. So there is a need here to remember that in order to attract the love that you want, you first have to give yourself that. So you cannot attract healthy love into your life if you're not giving that to yourself. So it's kind of like always going back to yourself, always remembering that if you love yourself enough, then you're going to attract those that love you the same way. Now, some people, because they have either been alone for a very long time, or they feel that they just don't want to be alone, whether it's in friends or relationships or whatever, they tend to jump into things a little too quickly, because the honeymoon phase, whether in friendships or in relationships, feels good to them. So they really cannot tell the difference whether the person that is coming in is actually being genuine or not. So again, in order to clear that confusion, you have to be able to give yourself the love that you're giving to others, and the love that you are expecting from others. So then we have, as you advise, voyage. You already have the answers. So again, the answers are already within you. Now, the question is, are you willing, and are you actually going to go within yourself and allow your intuition to guide you? Are you going to follow whatever it is that is revealed to you? Whatever clarity is going to come into you. And that was number 34, guys. So whatever clarity is coming into you right now at this time, are you going to listen to it? Are you going to, because it's like that you already have the map inside of you. The thing is that a lot of you do not know how to access it. Access it. Now my Spanish is kicking in. Now I'm going to be struggling with that word all day. But it's like the answers are already within you, guys. So seriously, it's like stop putting it on hold. You can take 5 minutes, 2 minutes. I really don't care how long you take, but just take a few minutes each day and just try to really meditate without the expectation of what you feel that you want to come through, but actually allow the clarity of what it is, the answer that you are truly seeking, what the answer is, allow it to come through, guys. Alrighty, so let's go ahead. I'm only looking for one card, guys, as the outcome. One card for the outcome. Alrighty. And I think I like mad serious all of a sudden. I don't know why. All right, let's go ahead and see. Some of you really do not want to listen to the answer that is coming from within. Here's a pushing it aside. Homeward. Take yourself out on a date. And if I'm not mistaken, this also has to do with meditation. And now I want to go ahead and look at the book. 42. I feel that a lot of you are going to find so much clarity when you guys go inward and meditate, that meditation in itself is going to be a huge, huge, huge part of your spiritual journey, or it is a part of your spiritual journey, spiritual routine. And maybe some of you have walked away from that, or have not been practicing it on a daily routine because of, whatever it is that is personally going on in your life. But I feel that you're finding your way back, or you have found your way back to that space where spiritually you feel grounded enough to start taking the actions. Because it's like, this is like, when I look at this car and I look at her, she's holding a cup of tea, coffee, whatever. There's the birds, there's the woods, like in my backyard, right? So this is like me every morning out there in the woods, like, okay, Gaia, Mother Nature, speak to me, tell me what it is, But there's definitely this space that you have been, it's like, without you knowing it, you've been wanting to go back here. Like, this is home, if that makes any sense. It's like, when you guys go ahead and listen to your intuition and you go ahead and you take that time to meditate, it's like you're going to be back home. So it's like you're going to be back to your true self, if that makes any sense, guys. Well, that is all. I'm back, right? Never left. I was here. You just couldn't see my face. That is all. I need to stop because I'm laughing and people are just probably like looking at me like, why are you laughing so much? Like, and I know a lot of people are having a very hard time right now. A lot of people are going through, and we're all in different parts of our journey. We are all, and that's the thing, is like, I am one of those like hopeless, how when people say like some people are like hopeless romantic, I'm like a hopeless savior. Like, I want to help everybody. And even those that do not want to be helped. And, that has definitely been one of my biggest challenges, is really allowing myself to let people go through their lessons, to let people go through the things. Seriously, Jocelyn, I'm being honest. I want to help everybody because it's like, I see, like, through people's actions and through what they're doing or whatever, like, I see where it's going and where it's headed. And I'm just kind of want to just put like a stop sign. No, don't do that. And it's like, they're not asking for your help. And that's the thing. Like, I post the videos, I go live, I do, I post the readings, I post whatever. And it's like I always say, like, those that are meant to listen to the videos, that are meant to listen to the message, they're gonna find it, they're gonna listen to it, and they're gonna get whatever it is that they need to get out of it. But with videos like this, I usually do say, like, guys, really go ahead, share if you feel that anybody, if you know anybody that you think is going to benefit from this. But definitely it's kind of like that thing, like, where you can't help somebody that doesn't want to help themselves. Because then at the end of the day, all you're doing is you're pulling all the work. You're doing all the work for them, and they really don't learn anything. So it's like, what's that saying? Give a man a fish for a day, feed him for a day, or whatever, however it goes, or teach a man how to fish and feed him for a lifetime. So a lot of us, because we are able to, heal people, like through energy transmutation, or just to literally just talking or different things, it is very easy to pull people in that are going to be dependent on that, if that makes any sense. And it's like, I can help you, like, by showing you what I've done, by telling you what I've done. And yes, there are going to be cases where I am going to, that I feel that anyways, to actually go ahead and help people. But for the most part, a lot of us have to really kind of go back to that, knowing that those that want to be helped are going to reach out. Those that want to go ahead and evolve, those that want to go ahead and work on themselves, those that are tired of being stuck in a certain space, in a certain area in their life, they're going to go ahead and do whatever it is that is necessary for them to do to get themselves out of that space. And a lot of people feel that, if we're given the gift, that we should be doing everything for free. But as all of you guys know, aware, there's nothing for free in this world. The same way that everybody else has to pay bills, I have to pay bills. The same way everybody has to feed their family, I have to feed my family. And, some people say that a lot of tarot readers or a lot of people that are in the spiritual world or in the spiritual practices or whatever take advantage of people. But it's not about taking advantage. There are people that can financially afford it, first of all. And those that can financially afford it make up for those that can't, that can only do it energetically, if that makes any sense. So yeah, there are times when I do sales. There are times when I give like readings and things for free. And the next free reading is going to be once we reach the 1,000 subscribers. I feel like I've been stuck at like 700 for like, I don't know how long, but it is what it is. But, and that's the thing is like, there has to be an exchange of something on some level, whether it's finance or energy. And the thing is that a lot of people, if we look at life of what is going on, if you look at what is going on right now around the world, a lot of people are in a space of give me, give me, give me, give me without giving anything back in return. And there has to be a balance in everything that you do. There has to be a balance. And if the balance is not there, then what tends to happen is that either one, my work is not going to be as good because I'm spending less time in my spiritual routine. I'm spending less time doing what it is that I need to do in order to provide the best services that I can provide, in order to bring the best messages that I can bring. But if I'm constantly giving of myself and I'm not receiving anything back in return, I shouldn't be here. Try to help or guide anybody. Just saying, guys, just saying. So I am going to go ahead and log off, guys. I hope that you guys have a wonderful, beautiful, amazing day. Thank you for spending this time with me. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care, dreamers. Love you. Bye-bye. And now we ended. Now it doesn't want to end.